Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dishonored with Captain Jack Fisco. We're about to meet the infamous Piero.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil's running.
You need a
Can you
hand?
get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
That sounds pleasant.
The dispenser upstairs will provide you with a fresh tank of whale oil. They're heavy, but you are no doubt strong enough to carry one back down here if you would. Handle them gently, or they will explode and kill us both. Did I mention that already?
Not to kill us both part.
The device is fragile in this state. I must attend to it. The whale oil is in the tanks filled with the blue fluid when they aren't drained anyway.
Alright.
Do you see it? The dispenser on the wall upstairs?
Yeah, I see it.
Please, Corvo, hurry! All my progress will be lost without energy.
Hold on, one sec. What do we got here? Sokolov technology in the new age. Excerpt from a recent book detailing Sokolov's machines. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks. For the processed whale oil, they use as fuel. As fuel, sorry. Don't know why I put an A in there. When the tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even a lower guardsman of the City Watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylons and the wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's design is the volatility of the tank themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Comforting. Piero's request is denied. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by a tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it. And we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half of the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. A second solution. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from the prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose, if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting the remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted and is nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. While it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties, not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. It is in this way that my formula wins out. Here, one should pay attention to this contest, for you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock, with a subtle and secret variance in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy, ensure that it works on higher functions that separate mankind from the mindless blue-jaw hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. So basically, his potion replaces our spirit, which will be a different ability, and the other one replaces our health. Okay, so that was just the book. I thought maybe it was a loot. It was not. Okay, so nothing in there. Dead counter responsibilities. Excerpt from the manual of the new City Watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict, or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have the command in situations related to the plague and handling of the dead, including those late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and, if accepted, for a 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir, at 1.5 normal pay grade. Failed experiments. Excerpt from a series of lectures by Natural Philosophy by Piero. Of course I've attempted to improve on Sokolov's design. Of course, and why not? After all, it's likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We're all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say, our intellectual subordinates? Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and at the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambitions require risks. You may laugh at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylons or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Whale vivisections. Excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night as with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellows, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found a row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assume she filtered food from the water that is too small to be chewed. Whale oil processing. Excerpt from the founder of Greaves Whale Oil by Ebenezer Greaves.
Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them up to into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives.
I understand the need of this for your culture, but you guys are kind of being a little overly brutal to the whale, don't you think? Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regards to the supplies of whale oil. The good admiral's paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When this empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, a magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once the refilling is complete, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tank. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered, and it appears that Groove's Oil Company has done something correctly for once.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
High energy humors, the first blatant tip-off to Thief. Okay, we still don't have the key, so we'll just grab this and carefully make our way down without blowing ourselves to Kingdom Come. That would probably be ideal.
Perfect. Now plug it in.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Sounds like a plan.
Tell me what I can make for you.
Alright. Yes, let's have a look. Now we actually get to look through supplies. Upgrades. We can increase the accuracy, the range, reload speed, combat sleep darts. Sleep darts sedate effect is immediate in combat. So when we shoot somebody, they're knocked unconscious immediately instead of there being a delay. Sword crossing. Makes the sword more effective when locking blades and pushing against an enemy. Spring razor radius. This is a trap we can set on the ground. Increase the radius for spring razor traps. Corvo's pistol upgrade. Allows upgrades at short range spread damage. There's several upgrades for this. Equipment upgrades. Add zoom to the magnification optics. Increase bullet capacity. Bolt capacity, which sadly only works for the default bolts, I think. Grenade capacity. Spring razor capacity. Bone charm capacity. This one's a good one to have, actually. Next one is 450. That's kind of pricey. We want the instant sleep darts. It'll make them much more useful. We definitely want the faster reload, but I don't know if we can get it now. Okay, so I can have a total of 6 bone charms. I could probably hold off getting that because I think it's going to be a while before we have that many. How many sleep bolts do we have? 3 of 10? So we're going to do the old, let's wait till we collect shit as we go approach. So is there anything overly cheap? Accuracy, stabilizes crossbow aim. So we might actually want to get that one. I do want the zoom capability. That's going to be really, really useful. We'll go ahead and take accuracy because we're going to need accuracy if we're going to use the bow. Okay, range we'll take next probably. Reload is really, really useful because you can start firing not rapidly, but much faster. So I don't think bolt capacity actually affects the sleep darts. I think you always only have 10 sleep darts. So I'm not really worried about grabbing that particular upgrade. So these two are important. This one's important for if we get into a sword fight. The rest of this stuff is largely for kill. We're obviously going to want this one at a certain point. So yeah, it's largely kill-based stuff. So we want to hold off and not so much do that. So we have 3 sleep bolts. That should be enough. We'll find more as we go. We can always shop. There are sometimes vendors that you can buy stuff mid-mission that are located at specific locations, so I'm not worried about it. If we need to, we can buy supplies from there. So we are going to carry on. This should be enough gear for us to get by with.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Alright.
Sleep well.
I will do my best. Oh, it automatically takes you back to your room. Okay. Somewhere else. That's ominous. Hopefully that one thing of whale oil will still be there when we get back. I hope I didn't screw the pooch and mess up getting it. Oh, we ain't in Kansas anymore. Something's not right. Gee, you think? Reality just went out the window. Okay.
Hello, Corvo.
Hi.
Your life has taken a turn, has it not?
You could
The
say that.
Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come.
Okay.
For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void.
Alright.
I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces
Ow.
in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will.
You're giving me magic.
Use this newfound power. My gift to you.
Thanks.
Come find me.
Why would you give me... Okay. Press thumb mouse button, excuse fast, stealthy flash forward, dash. Yeah, this is blink. It allows us to teleport forward silently. You can use it to climb uphill, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward. Okay, so... Oh, right, so if I have it equipped, that replaces my alternate ability. Right. Okay. And blink, which is really, really useful. And there's Piero's spiritual remedy, which now we actually carry to... Oh, that's the Empress. You cannot save her, repeated over and over again. That's dark. Now, if you wait, your stamina or your energy will regenerate, your spiritual energy. So you can actually not necessarily need to waste a potion just to replace it. So you will notice in my playthroughs I will do my best to not need to do that. Okay, two twins grabbing the girl. Emily's letter. Corvo, I'm very sad. They say you're dead like Mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. I'll do my best to come for you, Emily. I don't know how long it'll take me, but I'll find a way. You two freaks. Another spiritual remedy. You, I remember from the intro, you were the one being painted. You were one of the two behind the conspiracy. You bastard. I'll get you. And these would be, I think they're called tall boys. They have compound bows and they're on mechanical legs, and you can't stun them, you can only kill them in the gameplay, and they're really, really hard to take out. And they are freaking difficult. One of the harder enemies to fight in the game, that's for bloody sure. There's whales floating in space. Okay. And fish swimming in the air. Lovely! What freaky reality are we in? Wait for that to recharge. And blink across. Think of blink as our own personal version of swoop, which makes it a very effective ability. Is there anything over there? Okay, no, nothing by the freaky tree. The water's flowing up. What the... Well, it's not like we're in reality.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo.
Okay.
Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name.
Right.
These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men.
Okay.
To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands.
Disturbing.
With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden.
Right.
Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Sure. Equipping the heart in your left hand lets you locate bone charms or runes even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing the bone charm or rune. It beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper to you if you press the mouse button while targeting a person or location.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Right.
All of time's meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
Okay.
Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky.
Joy.
The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
Okay. That's comforting.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom.
So you're saying I'm doomed?
I can feel a great age ending.
Wait, what about that whole doomed thing?
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Yeah, but what about the whole doomed thing? I didn't sign up for doomed. Alright, so we need to switch to blink, because we're gonna have to get down. safely without falling and taking fall damage. Alright, was there anything in here? Yeah, there is a chest down here. I'm gonna grab that. Get back up. Take a poke around. Okay, so we can't blink out of here. At least not that way. There we go. Got it. Alright, I know we're a little over time, but I would like to actually finish this section before we move forward. Okay, where was the... Okay, so the rune's over there. So how do we... Was down the way forward? Did I screw up? I think I might have. Okay. Go back to blink. Teleport down. I must have missed something, or there was a window we could have gone out of, or something. Okay, is this the way? Okay. Yeah, this looks a little better. Blink. Okay, that's where the chest was. Oh yeah, so the chest was the way down. Okay. Yeah, I can see the bone charm. I'll be there in a second. Give me 1 second to get over there safely without wasting all of my spirit. Freaky. Freaky looking device. Once you've collected some runes, open the Journal of the Powers section. Runes can be collected to acquire supernatural powers. 3 runes to upgrade to Blink 2. Blink 2 will give us rapid movement forward for a longer distance. Dark Vision is one of the most useful. Think of Dark Vision as focus. So now we actually have our own version of focus. See in the dark, reveal living beings through solid walls. You can also see the field of view, as well as a visual representation of the sound you make. Level 2 shows you important items through walls like security devices, weapons, ammo, coins, keys, and traps. So... Possession allows you to take control of an animal to get through small spots. Level 2 lets you take over a human being. Bend time slows time for a short duration. 2 is my personal favorite. Stop time for a short duration, but you can move at normal speed. That one's really handy for doing cute stuff later, so we're definitely going to be taking that one and probably Possession. Devouring Swarm summons a swarm of rats that attack others and disperse after a short time. The swarm also consumes corpses. Summons a larger swarm of rats that will attack others and then disperse after a short duration, so... that's an aggressive one. We won't take it. Wind Blast is a useful one. Powerful wind that can push back or knock down enemies and shatter doors. Level 2 is very powerful wind that can kill enemies by throwing them into walls and shatter doors. We're only going to take a level 1 because we don't want to kill. We're definitely going to be taking these. Vitality, increased hit points, health regeneration is improved. Bloodthirsty, build up adrenaline, triggering brutal melee fatalities. We're not going to be taking this. Second level is enables double attacks for adrenaline kills that can be used against multiple enemies. Like I said, we're not going to be going for aggressive, so we won't be taking that. Agility, very important. Jump height is increased, falling damage is reduced. Overall movement speed is increased. Those two are critical for us being able to move decently. Shadow Kill, unaware enemies that don't see you turn to ash as they die. All enemies turn to ash as they die. We're going to want to take at least level 1 of this, because if we can... Preferably level 2 if we can, because it gets rid of the bodies. I don't want to kill, but if we do, it's nice to have the bodies vanish. So we will carry on. Final cutscene and we're done.
Use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Okay. Thanks, Captain Cryptic. Okay. And we're up. Obviously, it was not a dream. The simple fact that we still have the mark on our hand. So yeah, we will stop here since we're quite a bit over time. Thank you everybody for watching. You guys are awesome viewers. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, and I hope you enjoy them. You all take care of yourselves, and if you want to see more of me, queue up another video on the list or stay tuned for more. And we will continue this interesting journey in which some kind of, I would hesitate to use the word benevolent, but some kind of ethereal god has given us magic powers to use to help in our quest, because we're apparently going to be shaping the future. Yeah, this is getting more interesting by the minute, so we'll see where it goes. But in the meantime, goodbye everybody.